Hey friends, welcome back. This is season 3 of Sassy AF TV and the Sassy AF audio experience, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I'm celebrating the 1-year anniversary of our show on YouTube, and I'm so grateful for you watching and for being part of my tribe. This season will continue to be packed with loads of awesome mindset teachings, guest experts that you want to hear from, and sassy AF fun. In this episode, I'm setting my intention for the upcoming season and starting with some mindset work around my 5 pillars of wisdom. Make sure you share this episode with your friends on social media. Don't forget to tag me. And also, ladies, join my Facebook group, the Sassy Woman Sisterhood. Let's dive in and get this party started. Hi, this is Hallie Avolio, and welcome back. This is the beginning of season 3 of the Sassy AF audio experience and Sassy AF TV. And I'm most excited to share with you today that we are 1 year old. Yes, I started Sassy AF TV on a whim 1 year ago. And I am still kind of in shock and in disbelief that I've made this dream of mine come true. And I'm so happy. And I love that I started it just on a whim. So if you have been following me or listening to me, you may have heard me say in the past, just do the damn thing. And that is one of the ways that I started with this experience, this creative entrepreneurial endeavor. So Sassy AF TV, how it came to me. I had a conversation set up with a woman that I greatly value. I follow. She's amazing. She's spiritual. Her name is Elise Falzone, and you can go back to the very beginning of Sassy AF TV, episode 1 in season 1, if you want to check out that episode on crystals and self-care. So that was my first idea. I thought, I want to talk to this woman, Elise, and I want to share her wisdom and her knowledge about spirituality and how to work with crystals and how to really practice self-care in a way that feels good to me in my heart. So we did this conversation. We recorded it as a Facebook Live, and I thought, you know what? I think more people should have the opportunity to experience this great conversation than just those following me on Facebook. So why not put it on YouTube? And while we're at it, why not make this a regularly scheduled thing? Just do the damn thing. So that is how this idea came to fruition. This is how Sassy AF TV got started. And of course, as you know, that led into the Sassy AF audio experience, which launched in the early parts of 2020. So I feel so proud of this whole project, and I absolutely love it. And what I wanted to start this season with was sharing a little bit more about what are my intentions with the work that I do here on the podcast, here on Sassy AF TV, and also the work that I do in general, and why you are here, why you tune in every single week to listen to the wisdom that I share with you, the experts that I bring to you, and why it's relevant to your life. I hope that sounds good to you. So let's just start off with, why do we come here? Why am I creating this content for you? The reason is because, as you know, if you've listened to my story, I was stuck for a long time in my life. But the thing is, I didn't even know that I was stuck. So when I finally had that, proverbial aha light bulb moment, really was more like I was like curled up in a ball in the fetal position and feeling really sorry for myself. And finally realized I had to stop being a victim. That's really the reality. It wasn't like the angels were singing and the lights were shining. It was more that, Anyway, you can go back to listen to that story as well. But when I realized that I had to get unstuck, I had to uncurl myself from that proverbial fetal position, and I had to really start taking charge of my life, I realized that I couldn't just do it alone. I had to rely on external resources. And those external resources that I went to were mentors that I found that may not even know that they are my mentors because I listened to audiobooks and podcasts. I read a ton of information, whether it was blogs, personal development books, articles online, whatever I could absorb. That is what I did. And I just kept taking in this information like a sponge, sponging it all up because I wanted to change myself. I knew that I had to change myself. I had to get out of victim mentality, and I had to get out of that fetal position, and I had to start showing up for myself. But this is work that I had never done before, never in my almost 40 years at that point. So it was hard, and it's still hard. It's still a journey. I'm still constantly learning. I'm still a sponge. I'm still soaking up information. The difference now is that I trust the process. I believe in myself. I have confidence because I've been doing the work and I know what works and I know my pillars and I know how I can help myself and therefore how I can help you. And that is what gives me my greatest joy and passion and purpose, is knowing that in my own journey, in my own process, I've really learned to embrace all of who I am, have radical self-awareness, radical self-acceptance. Even on my toughest days when I just feel really yucky, I still show up and I still push through because I know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel and I know that I'm on this transformational journey. And I love sharing it with you because I've seen you, I've heard you. You tell me how much it helps you, how it's shifted your life, how you're making momentous, massive shifts to change your mindset, to be more positive, to really put yourself first. And that truly lights me up. So I'm so thrilled that we are on this journey together. So here's what season 3 is going to be about. Season 3 is really going to be focused on what I call my 5 pillars of wisdom. And I'm going to go into those in just a moment so that we're all on the same page, because I want to make sure you're with me on this. But we're going to be focused on the 5 pillars of wisdom. So throughout this season and throughout the next segment of this podcast and Sassy AF TV, what you're going to hear is episodes either from myself where I'm sharing my own experience, my own wisdom, and my own knowledge of how to work you through a particular situation. Or you're going to hear an episode with an expert that talks about something that relates to one of the pillars of wisdom. So that is the intention and the purpose of this show. And it is about personal development. It's about having fun. It's about being on the journey. And I just want to thank you so much for being here in advance. And I want to offer that if you feel inspired and motivated and you're noticing a change based on any information that you're hearing on this show, it would be so amazing if you could share it out with your friends, whether it's on social media, maybe you send someone a text message. But if you can share this and help get this information out to more in-demand women, more people that need to hear this content so that they can also transform their lives and get on this self-care, self-love journey. It is an amazing journey and you're on it. So I don't need to tell you, but if you can help spread the word, that would be amazing. I love it. So the last 4 months, I just want to address the fact that we've all been in this very peculiar time in our history, whether we want to be social distance, sometimes we've been in quarantine, we are taking care of ourselves. And it's really allowed me as an individual to go inward and really be reflective on who am I and where am I at this stage of my life. So that is where I've really been able to hone in on these 5 pillars of wisdom. So let's dive in because I'm really excited to share them with you. They're nothing that different from what I've talked about in the past. I have just really put it all into this nice, fun, sassy package for you. Keeping it simple. You know, that's one of my mantras, and that is going to be one of the pillars. So let's dive in. Number 1, the first pillar of wisdom, radical self-care, radical self-love. So important. We have to build our foundation on these ideals. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to put ourselves first, and we have to stop being a victim. We are not a victim of circumstance. We are not a victim of the external circumstances. We are in charge of our own life, and we take care of ourselves and we love ourselves, and we do these things every single day. Part of radical self-care and radical self-love is also radical self-acceptance. And when I'm using this word radical, I just want to clarify with you that I'm meaning that you are embracing these words for everything that they are. You're not just throwing out like, oh yeah, I do some little self-care Saturday. I got my nails done. Okay, great. Awesome. Get your nails done. I love having my nails done. But radical self-care is putting yourself first at all times. Now, there are some caveats. Let's be clear about that. If you're in a situation of grief or somebody really needs your help, yes, their needs do come first. Absolutely. But in turn, you have to balance that out with extra love for yourself during those moments where you're giving more of yourself to others. Radical self-acceptance. Love yourself for who you are right in this moment. Love yourself for who you are right in this moment. So that's self-love, self-acceptance, really just being appreciative of who you are. And you're on a journey and it's going to shift, and that's all good. The other part of this pillar is really aligning with your core values. So if you haven't identified what your core values are, you need to start spending some time identifying those core values. For me, I know that my core values center around love and compassion and energy. Those are things that are truly important to me. And I really make sure that the people that I'm spending time with and the way that I'm spending my time embodies these core values. So align yourself with your core values. And that is the best way that you can start to show yourself this notion of radical self-care, radical self-love, and radical self-acceptance. So that's pillar 1. And we will be diving in more to that, getting deeper as we go throughout this season. But I wanted to start there, building the blocks of our pillars here. The next one is simple, sustainable, and fun daily rituals. Look, if you listen to the Morning Motivation Minute that goes out every morning, every weekday, you probably follow it on Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram. If you're listening to that Morning Motivation Minute, you know I talk about this concept all the time. Simple, sustainable, and fun. Why? Because if you don't implement rituals that are simple, sustainable, and fun, you're not going to do them. And I want you to do them, because when you have rituals that really take care of yourself, going back to that self-care and self-love, then you're able to take care of yourself every single day. And simple. Keep it simple, sister. Don't overcomplicate this. We always tend to overcomplicate. And when you overcomplicate, you don't get done. The shit hits the fan. You feel like crap. And then you just give up. So I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to keep it simple. Sustainable meaning that you keep going. This is life. This is not like do something for 21 days and then peace. See you later. No, this is life. So you have to have sustainable rituals. And they have to be fun. If they're not fun, you're not going to do them. That is why my whole business, my whole brand is built around being sassy. Sassy AF. Yeah, sassy as fuck. Sassy as fun. Make it fun. If you're not having fun in your life, what is the point? You're missing out. There's so much joy to be had. And I want you to experience, because when you experience joy and have fun, everything is so much better. So I really look forward to talking more about what are these daily rituals that can be fun. I just want to have a side note here. A lot of times there will be challenges. In fact, I'm doing one right now about journaling that are something like a 21-day challenge for journaling, for example. When you embrace a challenge like that, when you start a journey that has a time frame on it, just know that the intention behind that is to just kickstart you into a long-term sustainable plan. It doesn't mean do something for 21 days and then stop cold turkey. It means go for the 21 days and that's going to ease you in, and then find your rhythm so that it's sustainable for you for the long haul. So I just wanted to make that distinction, because I don't want you to think that anytime you sign up for something that's a 21-day this, a 3-month that, a 6-month program, that when that time frame, that arbitrary time frame is done, that your work is done. No, your work has to keep going. That is sustainability. Community and the power of sisterhood. This is pillar number 3. And this is probably the pillar that I love the most. It lights me up the most. I get so excited when you surround yourself with people that love you, that care for you, that lift you up. Then you in turn are going to be more positive, more mindful, healthier, all of those good things. So you've probably heard me say this before too, but a quote from Jim Rohn that I love is, you are a product of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So think about that. Think about who are the people, and they could be groups of people too, not just individuals, that you spend the most time with. And are you in fact reflecting their energy, their love, their wisdom, their daily practices, etc.? The answer is probably yes. So I want you to really think about that. Consider, who do I spend my most time with? Who am I reflecting? And if you're not reflecting people that go back to aligning with your core values, then that's where you might need to make a shift. So having a community, having a sisterhood, having an opportunity to really dive in with people who are like-minded, it's not about having the same opinions, but it's about coming from the same intention, having the same core values, even when you do have differing opinions. And that is a super powerful way to shift your mindset, to live your best life. And that is why I created the Sassy Woman Sisterhood. So if you are not a member, please When this is done, go to Facebook, hit up facebook.com/groups/my-sassy-life, and you will be welcomed with big open arms into the Sassy Woman Sisterhood. You do have to be a woman, however. So men, if you're listening, this one's not for you, but please do find your tribe, because when you find your tribe, it will elevate you in ways that you can't even imagine if you don't have that tribe right now. The fourth pillar, elevating ourselves to our highest vibrations. What does that mean? It means tapping into your sense of spirituality. Spirituality is not about religion. Trust me, I've struggled with religion for years. I have a religion. I feel somewhat connected to it. It's not something that necessarily defines me. But when I think about spirituality, what I'm talking about is, how do you relate to the universe? How do you, as an individual person, relate to all the other energy forces that surround you? Think about that, because we are just a very, very, very small part of the entire universe, the entire source of energy that comes to us from all over, not even just in our immediate physical geographical area or even our planet, but in the celestial beings that surround us. The universal energy and the universal flow is something that can really empower you to take charge of your life, to get out of that victim mentality, and to have more fun. I've been fascinated by spiritual practices, everything from learning about chakra energy to how embodying things like dance, how that can help you tap into these spiritual centers within yourself. Talking about moon cycles, there's so many ways to tap into your spiritual connections. And that's going to be different for each person. But when you do that, when you really accept yourself as a part of the universe, as a part of this greater system of energy, you can elevate yourself and really raise your vibrations to manifest everything that you desire in your life. And I truly believe that. But if you're in this resistance and you're fighting and you're so stubborn that you get into your own way, basically, then you're not going to be in flow and you're not going to experience all the wonders that really are available to you. So I want you to be in flow. I want to help teach you how to get into that flow state so that you truly can manifest all that you desire, and that you can have that universal energy that's so powerful, so transformational, and so abundant. And it's available for you. So that's the fourth pillar, is really raising your vibrations and embracing that energy. And the fifth pillar, we can't do any of this without gratitude and affirmations. And I want you to know, first of all, how grateful I am to you. I am so grateful for you, for being here, for sharing with me. I get messages all the time. People telling me, Hallie, you've made such an impact on my life. Because I listened to this episode on the podcast, you taught me about doing meditation or about journaling, or by listening to your story, I understand that I have an opportunity to really lift myself up and elevate myself and get myself out of a shitty situation that I've been stuck in. And that makes me feel it fills me with so much gratitude, because that is my mission. My mission is to help you get to the place where you do feel empowered to live your best life and you don't have guilt about it. You don't have guilt about putting yourself first. So I want you to start with gratitude. I want you to start really being mindful of what you can be grateful for every single day, and start small, simple, sustainable, and fun. But gratitude can be something as simple as, I am grateful I opened my eyes today. I am grateful for the warm sun shining on my body. I am grateful for being able to breathe in the fresh air. Gratitude is tremendous in terms of centering yourself, elevating yourself, shifting your mindset, getting out of your head, embodying all of the wonders around you. Start with gratitude. And what goes hand in hand with that is positive affirmations. So using those I am statements. I have an abundance of energy. I am loved. I am more than worthy. These are great affirmations. And all you have to do is something simple. Write them on a Post-it note. I've got so many Post-it notes. I'm looking at them right now. They're sitting on my computer as I'm recording this. And I love it. So some of my affirmations, I'll read them to you while I'm sitting here. I have, I am worthy of everything I desire. I am more than enough. I own my success. I am my own muse. I have unlimited abundance. I am worth it. Yes, you have all these things too. So use the positive affirmations, write them down on Post-its, write them down on your mirror, get your affirmation cards, do what you got to do, but use those affirmations along with your gratitude. That will drastically transform your life in ways that you can only imagine. So these are the 5 pillars. I want to go through them one more time. Quick recap, in case you forgot, we've got radical self-care and self-love. And I just want to share a quote that I forgot to say earlier, but I love it. It's on my screensaver and it's so powerful. Never give from the depths of your well, but from your overflow. That's from Rumi. So pillar number 1, radical self-care, radical self-love. Pillar 2, simple, sustainable, and fun daily rituals. Pillar 3, sisterhood and an empowering community. Pillar number 4, elevating ourselves to our highest vibration. And pillar number 5, gratitude and positive affirmations. Those are the pillars that I've built my business on, I've built my success on, I've built this podcast on, and you are going to be hearing more from me about these specific words around these pillars. You're going to be hearing from experts. I've got so many great interviews lined up for season 3. You are not going to want to miss a single episode. And if you are really ready to step into your power, to become the best version of yourself that you could possibly become, then stay with me on this journey. Tune in every week for a new episode because each one will offer you wisdom, guidance, an expert, laughs, fun, me being silly, all of it, because that is how we grow and that is how we go on this journey together. So I want you to really tap into these pillars. I want you to embrace all of who you are. I want you to give yourself a big hug, give yourself some love, and have fun. That is so important. If nothing else, have fun, have a smile on your face, be sassy, and that is how we're going to start rocking our lives by working on this together. Just a couple more things I want to point out. We've got the podcast. We've got the website. If you need any blog articles for research, for guidance, they're there too. Don't forget the Facebook group. It's amazing. The sisterhood, the Sassy Woman Sisterhood is waiting for you. I'll put a link in the comments in the show notes so you can join us there if you're not already a member. And there's more opportunities for us to work together. There's more opportunities for us to learn, to be on this journey, and to really have fun and to embrace our sassy, fun, amazing lives. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to the podcast, watching me on Sassy AF TV. Thank you for sharing this with your friends. I'm so grateful to you. I'm so appreciative. I love being on this journey with you. It fills me with so much joy and happiness that I'm going to go have a little dance party. Make sure that you send me a message. Let me know what your thoughts are and which pillar you're most excited to dive in a little bit deeper on. I look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks for being here and have an amazing day. So, which of the 5 pillars do you resonate with the most? I can't wait to hear from you. Thanks again for being here and tuning in for another episode of Sassy AF TV. It would mean the world to me if you would leave a comment and take a screenshot to share it with your tribe on Instagram or Facebook. Don't forget to tag me at Sassy Healthy Fit. Then make sure to head over to sassyhealthy.fit and sign up for our mailing list so you always know the latest and greatest in sassy fun. See you next time.